YouTube, what is up? Back at it again with another long overdue video. Here we're going to be taking a look at the Avengers Thanos Build-A-Figure. This is going to be the End Game wave. Most of it is from the End Game. Well, you got the Ronin from the End Game, and you have the Hawkeye, Black Widow 2-pack. And the other ones are going to be more of, let's say, the comic book figures, for the exception of the Ebony Maw and the Corvis Glave. I guess that's going to be more of an Infinity War thing. Although we did see Corvis Glave, or Corvis Glave, excuse me. Got the C and the G mixed up. Yeah, we saw more of him in Infinity War than we did in Endgame. But nevertheless, they were there. So let's go ahead and crack these open. So we're going to be looking at the Quantum Suit Captain America, along with the Hawkeye and the Black Widow first. So these are going to be readily found in Walmart's, Target's, the Black Widow and Hawkeye 2-pack that you're looking at now. As I pull out the Captain America, that's going to be a Target exclusive. And yeah, these paint apps on these figures are not true to what we've seen in the movie. However, you know, we can expect those things when Hasbro's given concept art on these characters, and to prevent spoilers, they kind of, you know, get a general idea of what's going to happen. So a lot of things don't necessarily come out true to what we see in the movie, but we have seen people do repaints on these, and I gotta say they look really good. There's Captain America. He's gonna be 2 per case. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the box and that box art there. There, again, let me turn that around. There's the UPC 2 per case, easily found, readily available. Sure, you can go out now and pick this guy up. Not bad. The head sculpt's okay. Got a pretty good likeness to Chris Evans, I gotta say. Not crazy about it, but it's cool nonetheless. Yeah. So let's go ahead and crack this open. Really interested to see this head sculpt of Hawkeye here. Was able to pick up a couple of these, and just never got around to opening this stuff. So here we got Hawkeye and a missing arm now. Just arm fell out. Wow, this is not easy to take out. So I think we're gonna take most of these out of package off camera, because this is just way too much work right now. There's Ant-Man's head, Iron Man, and that was Nebula's head. Now we're not going to try to put this head on the new Nebula head on the old body, because it doesn't work. It doesn't fit. I can try it for you guys, but I've seen a few review videos where it's not a fit. I don't know if it's loose or if it's just something that we would have to Dremel or to get to go. Not too sure. But yeah, the Hawkeye is on the same body as the Captain America. I think everything about it is the same, from the open hand to the fisted hand. The Jeremy Renner head sculpt is really, really good. And the Black Widow head sculpt is awesome. So yeah, I can't wait to put that on the Ronin figure. There's Natasha and Captain America. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this for now. Open the other 2-pack, and then we'll go from there. So here we have both 2-packs unboxed and the Captain America. What I didn't count on was we do need one more body to get the Iron Man head on the Quantum suit. So gonna have to go back and buy another single pack Captain America, but it's a good look. I mean, they look pretty good. Looks really unified. Of course, everything's the same. One thing, this gun is just really tiny. It fits in her left hand, right hand not so much. But there's Ant-Man, and there's the regular Ant-Man. Head sculpts are pretty much the same. The paint is different for sure. If you want to take a look at that, this one fits the suit a little better. I mean, does it really? I mean, it looks really plain like that, but if we put the other one on, has a good look. Looks a little better actually than the head that they gave us in the 2-pack, even though it's pretty much the same. Some of the grays are different, and where it's black here, it's gray on the Ant-Man and the Wasp head, that movie Ant-Man. So there's Ant-Man. Captain America. Come on, guys. Really? To me, this body looks like it's going to be way too small for this Captain America head. And I would like to see him have his, own individual body. But, overall, it's a good look. Let me go ahead and clean this up for a second. So after cleaning that up, decided to whip out a Chris Evans and the Paul Rudd head. Not bad look. However, this is not going to work. Doesn't fit properly. The Rudd head does, which, not a bad look. Kind of like that. I just don't like the fact that this Chris Evans head doesn't fit. I think that would have been pretty sweet. One other thing I did want to try out that, I haven't even opened this yet. This is the first 10 years Marvel Studios from the first Iron Man movie. I want to see if I can get that Tony Stark head, excuse me. Let's crack this open and see if that would work. Not gonna go over this figure in detail. We've seen that body several times, that suited body. Just gonna go ahead and pop that head off. It looks like it might, actually. Really loose. It would get on there, but It's not that great of a look. He does look like a Tony Stank, but it's, as you can see, it's really flimsy. Does look okay, I guess, but it'd be hard to get it. Okay, not terrible, but not the best. So this would actually peg on a little loose, and you can hear that pop where this Chris Evans had. It's not gonna fit at all. I can't think of anything else we should try on these quantum suit bodies at the moment. Yeah, I was trying to think of if I had another Stark head. I do have the one from the Iron Man Artemis, but that one's really cartoon looking, and that's not gonna look good. So now let's whip out Ronin. So here we have Ronin outside the box. And I gotta say, I wanted this figure. I heard a lot of complaints about it. I did watch a few review videos on it. I had this for maybe, wow, 5 weeks and just haven't opened them. But this was one that I did want, and I was pretty happy to see it be released. Huge fan of Ronin growing up. We know different characters had the Ronin mantle, but Hawkeye version. The only thing that is different from the comic book character is that there would have been more hits of green in his suit, but you know, for Hollywood purposes and to make it look good, they just went with all black and gold, and this figure is awesome. Was awesome. Yeah, look at him trying to throw Natasha off a cliff again. Excuse me. But yeah, I know a lot of people have been complaining about, you know, having to mod the fig because having issues with the legs, but so far I haven't seen anything that is going to cause me to have to Dremel anything to make this look a certain way. So I'm going to have to take a closer look at it. But yeah, really nice fig. Dig the swords. Everything about the figure is just awesome. This back piece does come off. And you just, you know, sheath the swords there. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop this off, because I wanted to see this as well. See how this looks. Yeah, that's a really good look. That's awesome. Sorry if I'm geeking out on you guys, but let's go ahead and take this off. One thing that I did do with the extra Black Widow head, I took the Infinity War Black Widow, removed her vest, and this was the look that I came up with. Not going to say no one else has done this, but I haven't seen anybody do it. And this is kind of how she looks when, yeah, Ronan throws her off a cliff. That's not true, but anyway. She's not a bad look. Have her looking up and like, let me go. Whatever. But yeah, that's actually pretty good. And like I said, I just took the Infinity War wave, Black Widow, removed this green vest here. And that was pretty much it. Now, in that scene, I don't think he's wearing this. He's wearing black, but not this suit. So maybe if we remove this, let's see if we can get that off. I have to pop that head off. Let me go ahead and pause this. So I was able to remove that cape from him, from Ronan, and set this up. I mean, it looks cool. Kind of depicts that scene, but I don't know if I'm gonna have this on my shelf. Can't really see her face. Let's see if I can move her head over so we can get a glimpse of her face. A little bright. But yeah, in that scene, I'm not sure if he's wearing the Ronin outfit. I don't recall the gold. Can't be too sure. So let's continue on. We're gonna crack open the Infinity War, Corvis Glave, and Loki 2-pack, and that Ebony Maw there. All right, so here we have Ebony Maw and Corvus Glaive outside the box. Before getting into that, there's a couple things I did want to point out. One was quantum suit figs on the female body have double elbows. Sure, we know that by now. Wow, now I can't remember the other two. Um, hmm. The Captain America did not come with a Baf piece. Ronin came with the left arm. Yeah, left arm to the Thanos. And Ebony Maw came with the left leg. So, moving on. Um, this is an awesome figure. Like, all around. I mean, these two guys, man, are pretty sick. Like, I don't even know what to say about this and the sculpting on this guy. I mean, it is just insane. And now I realize why are people asking so much money for this, and why are they selling for like upwards of like $90 for that 2-pack when the Loki's like really nothing special. And I'm just gonna tell you straight out, it's for this figure. Like this thing is just like probably the best Marvel Legend out from this year. And I know a lot of people are gonna say Beast from the X-Men wave, and I'm gonna tell you no, man. This thing is just incredible, from the paint apps to just the overall look of this guy. It's insane. So if you're on, the edge of whether or not you should pick this up or not, this is a must cop. And that's even if you can find it for retail now. Um, yeah, I wouldn't, yeah, I wouldn't recommend passing on this one if you have the opportunity to get it for $90. That's a different story, but that would be up to you. If I didn't have this figure in my collection and I seen it, and I would have been like, hey, do I really want to pay 90 for it? $60? Fine. Maybe you can find him, you know, by itself for somewhere around 40, 50, 60. I think 60 would be like, my top dollar that I would be willing to pay for this figure. But man, this thing is just insane. Like crazy, crazy good. So there you have the Black Order. One thing I didn't pick up was a 3-pack with the Thanos and Iron Man and the wow, Doctor Strange. I just didn't really want to cough up $60 for those 3 figures. And the more I see it, the more I really like the Thanos that's in there. Um, but the Iron Man doesn't do anything for me. But the Doctor Strange is actually, a pretty good figure. So I see them all around GameStops everywhere. Hopefully it goes on sale. I'll pick that up at a later time. Not in a real hurry to get that. But anyway, there you have it. Complete uh, Black Order. Not bad. I mean, subtle things that I would have changed. I gotta get rid of this Thanos. Thanos. Not necessarily get rid of him as in sell him, but he doesn't do the rest of the group any justice. So maybe this new builder figure will, and I'll just have to put him on a different shelf. Maybe they will give us a fat Thor, and we can use this Thanos as a the version of him cooking in his kitchen that gets his head chopped off, because that's pretty much what it's good for. Um, when it first came out, everybody was digging it. I never really cared for the purple on him or that head sculpt, that stupid smile, that stupid smirk he has on his face. Now the 3-pack, that's a different story. That one's actually uh, a really good figure. So, uh, yeah, moving on from here. Actually, let's just go over this Loki real quick before we go any further. Now, this is the one from the 2-pack. Ebony, you better not fall. I swear to God, I'm gonna throw you across the room. And this is the Ragnarok version. Uh, exact same. Sorry about that. Let me just go ahead and try to stand him and put this camera down on this tripod. All right. Exactly the same. Only difference is paint. That's it. This one I did give. Let's back this out a little bit. There we go. This one I did give. That looks crappy. All right. And no, no, no. Wow. I'm gonna have to edit that out. Anyway, this one is from the Ragnarok. I gave him blades. If you recognize those are from Lord of the Rings. Those are Legolas's, and I actually kind of had him on shelf uh, as if he was trying to stab Thanos in the neck, something like that. But yeah, they're the exact same figure. This one I dig a little more. This one actually looks more accurate to the scene where he's handing over the whatever the hell stone that is. Wow, how come I can't think of it? The Jesus Christ, I'm drawing a blank right now. You guys know what the hell I'm talking about. But anyway, uh, very very lackluster. Paint looks better. Um, Nothing more to say about this one. All right, let's move on. All right, so jumping back into it, here we got Arthur Parks, the Living Laser, D-list villain. Nothing really special about him. He's one of those guys that keeps getting his butt handed to him by the Avengers. Here in the middle, we have Citizen V, who is a character who's been portrayed, or that mantle has been taken up by several different people. This version is actually Baron Zemo, and so for the most part, if you don't know about the Thunderbolts, they are actually bad guys who have become good guys to fight bad guys. So villains becoming heroes to fight villains. But ultimately, this guy was still a bad guy. And then we have Nighthawk. Um, he was a bad guy and he became a good guy. Now, everything about this figure we've seen before, for the exception of the cape, head sculpt, and the hands. Pretty much the same thing with this one. Everything we see here is pretty much from the Daredevil figure, maybe for the exception of this waist piece. The sword, head sculpt is original, and cape as well. Living laser, same thing. Everything reused, for the exception of the head, which has absolutely zero articulation. Um, Nighthawk came with the right arm and Thanos's sword, so we can put that to the side. Living Laser came with the torso, which is pretty dope. And Citizen V came with the other leg, which is going to be the right leg. All right. So the only one I really want to talk about from as far as the comic book wave, it's going to be that Hercules. And he comes with the Thanos head. So let's go ahead and whip him out as soon as I can stand this guy up. So these are the comic book figures we got in that wave. One thing I want to do is start like a Thunderbolts shelf with Citizen V, and then here we have Thunderbolt Ross, the Red Hulk, and who else is in there? Boomerang, Electro, and Crossbones is another one. Actually, there's like a huge list of characters that were in the Thunderbolts. Let's sit this down. Sorry if you guys are getting dizzy. My apologies. But actually, let's go ahead and build this. No, we can't. We can't build this. What am I talking about? So yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, like, please feel free to ask. I don't mind answering questions or letting you know if anything. So here is Hercules. This is actually a pretty cool figure in itself. Just right off the bat, it's pretty dope. A lot of people complain he's short. I mean, comparing him to like the other Asgardians, and I believe Thor's his brother, if I'm not mistaken. It's not talked about too much in the Jesus Christ, in the MCU at all, but wow, this guy is like freakishly, oh man, pretty tight. That ab didn't want to give. Felt like I was gonna break it, but here is yeah, that's why I don't like taking these things out of package on camera, because I think I just ate up about 20 seconds of your guys' time for no reason at all. So again, yeah, this is a good looking figure. Let's see. Yeah. I can see where they say he's a little short. Yeah, I can see that. Interchangeable hands. Let's switch these hands out. Um, hmm. His arms are a little weird though. Like, check that out. This dude's like really swole. Like, look at this. It's not necessarily butterflies, but it kind of is. Let me see. Does any of these guys have butterfly joints? Okay. So, like on the living laser, you can see the butterflies where it comes outwards and back. This one goes under and up. Like, I can see what they were doing. Uh, well, maybe it just looks funny because it's a skin tone. Maybe it's the same. No, it's not, because this is two separate pieces here on the shoulder, and this is just one piece, which is not bad. It actually uh looks really good. Don't do that. And he came with a sword and a mace. Not bad. It's whatever. For me, I like him. I like pretty much every single one of these. But I gotta say my least favorite. I don't know. I dig the colors on Living Laser, but maybe Nighthawk. Because I don't really know that much about him, but everybody else I kind of dig out of this wave. Let's go ahead and pause this for a second. So here we have the Thanos all put together, and I gotta say, man, this is actually a dope bath. Yeah, that new Hulk bath that we're getting is, I'm pretty sure, not gonna have nothing on this guy. Might be a good bath. I don't care for the head sculpt on it, but yeah, this is actually pretty clean. Mine just had a couple of paint imperfections here and there, but other than that, yeah, this is trash. But other than that, man, look at this wave. I mean, not wave, but that team there. That's pretty solid looking. Yeah, and Hercules is from Olympus and not Asgard. He's not an Asgardian. So I guess he shouldn't really be that big. But when I thought about Hercules, I thought he would be a lot bigger. But anywho, that's gonna do it. Um, please like, uh, subscribe, and as always, take care.